Man, it's hot in the studio today. All right, well, welcome back everybody to Hayes Tech. Today what we're going to do is go over a watch, and it's not just any watch. This is a very budget-minded watch. Now, when I say budget-minded, I'm talking about right around the $20 mark, okay? I remember when you could get this watch right here. You could actually get that watch for $11. And you probably still can if you look around. In this video, I'm going to actually show you how this watch was, let's say, designed after or influenced by the Casio G-Shock, which of course is the GWG 1000, the more expensive. Why they didn't try to, go more for, the cheaper, and when I say cheaper, I mean more affordable in the $300 range. I don't know. But as I'm going to show you in the video, looks are deceiving, okay? So what do you say we go ahead and go over the, and I've got to read it off of here because it's got a really crazy name, the SKMEI. You guys may notice a fly buzzing around throughout this video, and it's that time of the year. It's starting to get spring, things are warming up, and man, we should have left the door shut yesterday. What we're going to go over today is the SKMEI, the SKMEI. I'm just going to call it the SKMEI, all right? And it is a super budget-minded watch. It's $19.99 on Amazon. So 20 bucks on Amazon. And when they made it, they were really pushing for it to look like the G-Shock over here, okay? And that's the Mudmaster. Of course, this watch here is list price $750. I've seen them go up $799. And of course, that's your list price. You can get them, in a lot of places for about $650 to between $650 and $700, in that range. I've seen them even cheaper than that on sale. But again, on sale. You've got to do a lot of shopping to get a good deal for these. And I do a lot of shopping when I'm buying a watch. So I'll check eBay, all the places you're not supposed to check, for a deal. And of course, I know what I'm looking for as far as, what the real watch is as opposed to a fake. And I put a video out on that. If you guys are wondering what the fakes look like, I put that video out, I don't know, a year or so ago. I think it was about a year ago. I'll try to link it, at the end of this video so you guys can just, click right to it if you want. But again, these guys, the SKMEI, they were only trying to look like the G-Shock, okay? They knew they weren't going to fool anybody, and even their overall look on, you guys can see the face is completely different from the G-Shock. But the basic design, size, everything is, very close to the G-Shock. So with that out of the way, I'm not going to do, this isn't a comparison video. This basically is a video to go over, look at that, this is their branding, watch. It's hilarious. Anyways, this is just a video for me to go over with you the features of the watch, its cost, again, 20 bucks. And do I think you should go out and buy one? Spoiler alert, for 20 bucks, yeah, it's a pretty nice watch. If all you want is a watch. Even its alarm functions and stuff, I'm not 100% sure whether or not I would trust them. I don't know. Maybe they will work. My guess is they probably do. But you have to think about it. Casio, with all of their wisdom, have come out with a watch that is, 20 bucks. I think this is $24.99 on Amazon. And I'm going to be reviewing this as well. And its only function is to tell time and give you some alarms. That's it. and it's smaller than the SKMEI. But again, as I said, price isn't everything. And the way things are going nowadays, they are really cutting costs on digital watches like this. They can make a digital watch for next to nothing. And, and of course that helps us. And if you think about it, a digital watch, they've been making them for so long now that pretty much all the bugs have been worked out of all, whatever it is that they had as far as digital bugs go for all these watches. To go out and buy a cheap digital watch, unbranded, like this, well, it is branded. It's a SKMEI. But it's not like it used to be where it was, oh my God, should I really spend the 20 bucks? Is it worth it? Am I going to get, ripped off? Is it a piece of junk? It's made with cheap materials. Yes, it is definitely made with cheaper materials than a G-Shock watch. But is it worth $20? And I have to say, absolutely. As far as it goes for telling time, it keeps time. Tells time great. I will try to shoot some B-roll in here and let you guys see what it looks like, in the dark as far as the light goes. I actually like the way it lights up because it doesn't light the whole watch face. It concentrates on these 3 windows, which basically show you your time and date. Right there. So, that's the only thing that lights up on it. And if you think about it, that's all you need. You don't need to see the hands on the watch. You just need to know quickly, what time is it? Maybe, what is the date? So there you go. And again, I'm not going to make this a really long video because it's there's really nothing to go over. It tells time. It has some alarms. Okay, just wanted to do this really quick add-on here and just go over the functions of the watch quickly, if I could. Basically, you have 4 buttons on it, 5 buttons really. You have A, B, C, and D. And of course, you have your dedicated light button. Now, the A button, that's also a light button. So if you press and hold A, you get a light. Same as if you'd press the dedicated light button. The B key is for you to cycle through all the different functions of the watch. That's also the way that you set the watch. The C and D buttons are for your chronograph features. You have your up button and your down button. So you can set up your stopwatch, chronograph, and things like that. Since I didn't do it in the video, I just wanted to go over what they have listed. By the way, guys, this is the owner's manual. That's it, a piece of paper. It has 12 digits LCD display. Display hour, minute, second, month, day, and week. It has a daily alarm and chime hourly if you want that. 1/100th second chronograph with split functions. It has a 12 or 24 hour format, which is selectable. It has an auto calendar. And of course, it has the EL backlight. Again, as I said, I'm not going to go through, cycle through all the different features it has on it. It's got a couple alarms, a chronograph, and, and stuff like that. Again, alarms and time and a chronograph. That's it. But what I am going to do is basically explain to you, how do you set the time on it? Well, the way you set the time is by pulling out the crown stem like you would on any wind-up watch. You pull that out and then turn it, and it sets your time manually. That's how you set your time. Now, of course, you can set your date and everything, and that's all through the B key settings, just like you would set up an alarm and all that. The last thing I want to go over is if you look at the seconds hand, you'll notice a little bubble, 3/4 of the way down. Usually on any watch, on the seconds hand that has that little, bubble on it, what that means is the watch supports hacking. What hacking means is anytime you pull out the crown to set your time, the seconds hand stops. So whenever you would want to hack your watch or set it up with somebody else's watch to coordinate, you would wait until your seconds hand went all the way up to 12, and as soon as you hit 12 with your seconds hand, you would pull out your crown so you could set your time. Then everybody would sync their times so that they were exactly the same. And then they would say, on 5, sync your watch. And somebody would count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, sync. And when he'd say sync, you would press your button in. Then everybody's watches would all be set exactly the same. So that's what that feature's for. And again, this $20 watch has that feature. All right, that's it. Yeah, I was going to go really deep into what all the buttons do and how to set the watch up. But guys, you know, it is a simple watch with simple alarms and a couple ways for you to, you know, hit your light. Now, I was going to shut all the lights off here and let you see how bright it is. But honestly, it's really bright in here. And you can see how bright that is. So can you imagine what it's like when it's dark? It's bright. All right, what do you say we go ahead and get back to the video? Now, as you guys can see, it does have the little hump like the G-Shocks have right here that retains the keeper on the end. And I've found that as wearing it, it definitely does the job very well. It's a comfortable watch to wear. It's got double pins that go through the band. The feel of the band, it feels plasticky. Again, its weight is so light. I mean, you barely even notice you're wearing it. Here is the back of the watch. And again, they paid close attention to the design features of the G-Shock Mudmaster. And the way the G-Shock Mudmaster has this incorporated curve built into the bottom of the band really makes the watch comfortable for being a really wide watch. So I'm going to basically show you what it looks like. Oh, what am I sporting today? Well, of course, I'm wearing my Galaxy Watch 4 Classic. Now, the second watch I'm wearing is my Casio Edifice. I just love me an Edifice. They are so nice. And of course, like I said, my other watch that I'm wearing is my Samsung Galaxy Watch 4 Classic. But there you go. That's what I'm sporting today. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what this looks like on the wrist. And it is, again, they're very easy to put on. I haven't had any issues at all with that. Again, the feel is cheap. You know, it feels like a cheap watch. You know, the band, it feels, you know, plasticky, like a real soft plastic. So I can't say how long the band is going to last. But I will tell you that my last watch that I bought, just like this, there you guys can see it. I'll bring it over here so you guys can see what it looks like on my wrist. Kind of hard to show. There's the keeper. But I can tell you, it is a comfortable watch to wear. I put the watch on, and it's, you know, it just disappears on my arm. You forget you have it on. And as a matter of fact, it's actually even lighter than the G-Shock. Of course, that's because of the materials they use is not as durable as what you're going to find on a Casio GWG 1000 or, you know, the Mudmaster, the big one. Again, you have to think about what this watch cost. This watch cost $20, $19.99. It's got 5 alarms, tells time, and that's what the watch does. It tells time and has alarms. That's it. It's got a light in it so you can see what you're doing. I like that it has both digital and an analog readout with hands. I love a watch with hands, movable hands. That is why I love the Casio G-Shock. This, again, is my favorite watch to date, right here. I'm always wearing this watch. Now, of course, when you have as many watches as I have, you know, sometimes you can't always wear it. Yeah. But the rotation, it gets pretty heavy on my GWG 1000. I wear it way more than all the other watches that I have in my collection. That's it, guys. Again, I'm not going to keep you, you know, or make a really long video on a $20 watch that only has basically 2 features: tells time and gives you some alarms. You know, there's really not much more you can really go over about it. I've went over its size. It's huge, you know, and I like that. I love a big watch with presence. It's good looking. You can get these. These have more colors than the Casio G-Shock, and I love that. If you want a black and gray camo, they've got it. If you want a pink one, they've got that. All you got to do is basically, and I'm going to have the link in the video description below, is when you go to the watch link, underneath there they have 12 different color variations you can choose from. And to be honest with you, there are even more than that. They have very slight differences in the watch itself, like maybe the band might be a little bit different, but the basic watch is exactly the same. So if you have a color variation that you want, that's your favorite, chances are the SKMEI, I used to call it Smeely, probably has that color. I know, it looks like I'm making fun of them because it is. It's kind of funny. It is what it is, you know. There you go. I like to watch. I really do. Again, like I said, yeah, it's a cheap watch, but it doesn't look like a cheap watch. And it's comfortable, it's light. What more do you want in a watch? I am going to be doing a video on my Casio watch that I just bought, and it's going to slip my mind what the watch model number is, and I'll try to put it in here somewhere. But I will be doing a video on this one coming up soon. And again, these are just regular watches. They're not like this, that is smart, talks back to you, you know, that you can watch videos on it, whatever. No, it's a watch. That's all it does, is tell time. So I hope you guys liked the video. Comment below, let me know what you think. What's your favorite watch? And I know I've heard horror stories by people saying, oh, people begging for, you know, comment below, like, share, and subscribe, blah, blah, blah. No. But seriously, if you have a favorite watch, I want to know about it. Comment below. If you guys look at all my videos that people comment underneath them, I always answer the comment. I like, you know, talking to you guys, and basically that's how we do it. So don't forget, I do have a Telegram chat channel where you guys can go down there and join in, and we talk about everything. It is not just about tech, so you don't have to just stick to a certain item. The only thing I ask is that you be nice to each other. You know, don't put somebody down because they might like something that you don't, or that their political views might be something different than yours. We are all one big happy family over in the Hayes Tech Telegram chat group. So come on over, have some fun. So, all right, guys, that's all I have. I've kept you way too long. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.